Hello! Welcome to Rubberman Golf. My name's Jack, also known as the biggest Hanna-Barbera fan this side of the Mississippi. And I guarantee you won't guess which side. Today, I have prepared for you some of the best neck and shoulder stretches that I've ever come across. I'm talking amazing, top notch. If you think about it, we need a lot of flexibility up in this area in order to perform a nice fluid golf swing. So the movements we're going to take today are focused on improving the mobility in the shoulders while also being able to stretch the muscle and take away some of the tightness and tension that builds up in the shoulder, the back area. Because yeah, whether you're somebody who sits at an office chair all day or I don't know, somebody who's doing some manual labor using that part of your body, or maybe just play a lot of golf, I got you covered. So, with that being said, let's find somewhere we can move around and let's get started.
Now watch this drive.
No, oh yeah, Waluigi time.
Started in a seated position. Make your way down to the earth, to the floor. And we're gonna start by taking some nice shoulder rotations here, moving with our breath. Take your hands, place them on top of your shoulders. And from here, with your inhale, bring your elbows together. Maybe they touch, maybe they just pull as close as they can get. The tricky part here is keeping your hands attached to your shoulders. Even if you have to move really slow here, be mindful. Squeeze the elbows in. Exhale all the way. And with your inhale, try to keep your elbows as close together as you can and begin to lift them up. They will eventually begin to separate. And this is where you want to point your shoulders and your elbows up to the sky. Deep breath in. And exhale, draw your elbows back. Try to pinch your shoulders together, sort of like you're trying to hold a pencil in between your shoulder blades. Open the chest, reach back, exhale all the way, and bring the elbows back down through center. And here, allow your elbows to feel heavy, pulling your shoulders down and to the side. And we'll finish coming back through the front. Now that was an over explanation of all that stuff. We're gonna do that a little bit more fluid here. So with your inhale, hands to shoulders, breath in. And as you exhale, bring your elbows together, lift them up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull back. And to the floor. Let's take 3 reps here. Moving as fluid as we can. The more resistance you notice here, the tighter the shoulders. And we want to move as slow as we need to be able to really exaggerate this big opening, twisting from the shoulder joint. All right, that's 3 for me. I'm gonna let my hands relax for a moment and just check in with the body and see what's happening, feel what's going on in the shoulders right where we were working the pose. Some motion happening already up there. Let's take a few breaths to reset here. You will always hear me continue to speak to the breath and how important it is to help keep our focus and to move smoothly. So we're gonna stay here in a seated position, and now I'm gonna take my hands behind me to the floor with my fingertips pointing forward, just supporting myself on my hands here. From here, try to open your shoulders, pull your shoulders back, reach the crown of your head up, and we're gonna alternate side to side. Drop your head to the left, and you should feel this really nice stretch happening here, right above your clavicle, where your neck and your shoulder connect. And exhale, we're gonna take it to the other side. Keep pressing down into the floor. That's where the stretch happens. I'm gonna move through 3 reps on each side, holding at the top and slowly releasing. Holding at the top and slowly coming back through center. Good neck warm up, good shoulder warm up. We're kind of just bringing some heat and some energy to these parts of the body. Instead of attacking full force, we're easing into it today, y'all. Sweet, so we should be a little bit more warmed up here, feeling the neck and shoulders starting to activate. And we're gonna keep working up this intensity as we go here. So follow me into our next pose, child's pose. We want to come through a tabletop position through hands and knees. The wider you take your knees, the more sensation you'll take in your hips, which is also a byproduct of this pose. If you got tight hips, you might like to keep your knees a little closer together. Try to bring your big toes to touch at the back of your mat. And we're gonna shift the hips back as far as we can. And now from here, I'm walking my hands to the front of my mat, and I'm reaching the crown of my head forward, reaching. Deep breath in, and I'm gonna place my forehead to the floor. And so when you settle in, it looks a little something like this. And now since we just activated the whole neck, shoulder area here, this reach, this stretch should feel really nice. Try to take your hands to the outer edges of your mat. Breathe in. And exhale. We're gonna take both hands to the top left corner. And I'm taking a side body stretch. Deep breath all the way in. And exhale, I'm gonna walk my hands back through center. Now I'm gonna take them to the top right corner of my mat. Forehead to the floor, deep breath in. And exhale back through center. Hang out here for as long as you would like. And from here, we're gonna press up into a downward facing dog. So shift your hips forward. Tuck your toes underneath your heels. Plant your hands firmly into the mat, and with a deep breath, inhale. And as you empty out, send your hips straight up to the sky. Here, press your chest towards your thighs. Use your hands to press into the earth. Send your hips up, bend your knees as much as you like. And we're keeping our focus here in the hands and the shoulders. Reaching the upper body forward, pressing the lower body back. Let's take a deep breath. Inhale, press up onto your tippy toes. And exhale, lower to the floor. And from here, we're gonna lower all the way back down onto the front side. Oh yeah. Let's pause, let's rest. Let's let the body soak up the pose. This is where we listen to the body, check in how you're feeling, and see what the efforts of your work is rewarding you. So yeah, we'll hang out here for about 1 minute. Take your time, check in with the body. And as you know, if you spend any amount of time with me, we're not so focused on performing or making it look a certain way, getting graded or judged. No, instead we're just feeling what it feels like to connect with the body, maybe improve our golf ability while we're at it. So when you have taken a few moments, about 1 minute to rest, we're gonna set up into our next pose here. We're staying on the front side, and we're going to take our arms out long to the side. This pose is called open wing. So I'm gonna start by keeping my right hand on the floor. It's the one you can't see over here. My right hand is on the ground. What I'm gonna do is take my left hand, pull it in towards center. Palm is on the floor next to my chest. And from here, I'm going to press into my left hand and open up, roll onto my right side. And as you see here, I'm taking my leg and just supporting myself, bending the knee. You might like to slide a little pillow under your head right here. So we find ourselves here in open wing. To control how much sensation you get, focus on this top shoulder. The more you open the shoulder, the more you'll feel it on the corresponding shoulder. As always, find some stillness. Try not to bounce in and out of it. Try to just hold a steady, tolerable discomfort, not pain. We don't want pain. Tolerable discomfort, and we're gonna hang out here for 1 minute, targeting these front shoulder muscles that get a little tight sometimes. You might also feel the sensation stretching across your chest as well.
1 minute later.
Exhale, release your final breath, and slowly roll back to the front side. And I'm just gonna take both my hands to my sides. And oh my gosh, can I feel a difference between my left shoulder and my right shoulder? Holy cow, that must mean something's working. Take a minute.
1 minute.
Let the pose cool off. When you're ready, we'll switch into the other side. So this time I'm going to take my left hand long to the floor. I'm going to take my right hand to the floor, and I'm going to press into my right hand, rolling onto the left side, opening up. Of course, take a pillow under your head if that's comfortable, or you can just hang out like this. I'm using this back leg for support. Using my front hand to control how much sensation. And I'm also opening this hip up to control how much sensation. Once again, focus on this shoulder. The more you open, the more you get sensation. As always, try to soften your body here.
1 minute later.
When you are complete, very, very gently exhale. We're gonna untwist, coming back to center. And once more, just take your arms by your sides. Whew. And listen to your body. Listen to how it receives the pose. Alright, once you've taken your ample rest here, you feel ready for your next pose. We're going to come back up through tabletop. Let's take a quick pit stop in child's pose once more. Reaching your arms forward, taking a counter stretch to the previous pose. From here, we're going to come into our next series called Thread the Needle. So we're coming through tabletop. And so I'm going to start with my left hand here. I'm going to inhale, open my chest, taking a little bit of a twist, sparking my fingers, inhaling all the way up. And exhale, I'm going to thread my left hand underneath my right, palm facing up. I'm going to lay the back of my hand to the floor, elbow comes to the floor, And I'm going to put my whole body weight on this left shoulder. The side of your head can lower down to the mat. And there really ain't much more to it than that. The body weight on the left shoulder is what creates the sensation here. And you might like to try shifting your hips back, shifting your hips forward. Find your spot where you need to be. And we're gonna hold, be still for 1 minute.
1 minute later.
Breathing deeply all the way. And when you are complete, slowly pull the left hand back through center and just make your way into a seated position. Let the arms relax. And this is a good opportunity to compare left side and right side, see how they feel, see the difference. You can feel exactly where the pose is landing. Oh, you know we gotta do it on the other side here. Now we're gonna take the we're gonna do the right side. The right side this time. Inhale. Lift your right hand up to the sky. Open up, twist, spark your fingers. And as you exhale, we're gonna thread right hand underneath left, palm facing up. Back of the hand to the floor, elbow to the floor. See if you can't lower that shoulder down a little bit too. Shift forward, shift back, find your spot. And when you've found it, you can just allow yourself to rest. Let your body weight create the sensation here. This is about working smarter, not harder. This is one of those poses where less is more. So you just want to relax into it. Feel the whole right side of your shoulder opening up. You might even feel a little bit of sensation in your back, in your shoulder blade. Shifting it over. So we're gonna hang out for 1 minute.
1 minute later.
And when you are complete, very slowly, we're gonna come back through center and set it right back into a seated position where you can let your arms relax. Beautiful, man. I can feel all the work that we're doing here on the front of my shoulder, on the back of my shoulder, and my shoulder blade. Yeah, good job. Alright, and I just got a few nice, easy finish up, wrap up poses for us here. We're gonna come on to our back side, laying on your back. This pose is called banana. And I guarantee you can guess why. We're taking this one side at a time, so I'm gonna start by taking my feet to the left corner of my mat. I'm reaching my hands to the top left corner of my mat. My hips are planted, they're not moving an inch. Hips stay right where they are. You have the option to cross right ankle over left. You have the option to grab right wrist with left hand. And from here we are reaching the hands up, pointing the toes down, and taking a beautiful side body stretch all the way through from heels to hip, up through the shoulders, reaching up. There's nothing like this pose right here. It's a nice side body stretch. We're gonna hang out for 1 minute. Try to just be still. Think banana thoughts. When you are complete, we're gonna slowly release, coming back through center with the feet first. Then I'm gonna take my shoulders in my hands. I'm just gonna lay my hands by my side. And when you're ready, we'll set up on the opposite side. So feet long. I'm gonna take my feet to the bottom right corner of my mat. reaching my arms up, sliding my shoulders to the top right corner. You have the option to cross left foot over right. This time you can grab left wrist with right hand. And the side body opens right up. Starting to feel like peeling. Feeling like a banana peel. We want to try not to bounce or kind of, force our way into it. Instead, just a steady tension on the body, a tolerable discomfort. Again, we're reaching the hands up, pointing the toes down, breathing all the way through, hanging out here for 1 minute.
1 minute later.
When you are complete, uncross your legs, bring your feet back to center, shimmy your shoulders back to center. Pause, rest, feel. Alright, yogis, what did we learn today? We learned that the shoulder is a part of the body. I've just been calling it a mollusk or something. I didn't know what it was called. Now, good shoulder mobility is everything when it comes to keeping alignment with the hips and the shoulders in the backswing and the smooth follow through. It's when we get tight and force it and don't know how to open up that tension back there that our game suffers. Plus, if you sit in a chair all day or you're using your back and you're working your muscles on a regular basis, these poses will feel really nice, I promise. That's the Rubber Man guarantee. Now, I'm so interested to hear what you guys think, how this is working for you, and if there's any other suggestions or parts of the body or parts of the golf game that you're curious about. Maybe I can help answer some of them questions. Until then, I've been Jack, and I will see you next time, partner.